We are not at the pinnacle yet. Don't be fooled, because they may be trying to control you to sell proper now. But that is a few for nature vice at the give up of the day, guys. I'm conserving. Why? I assume I've cracked the code on whilst the crypto pinnacle might be men, and it can be quicker instead of later, but no longer just but. Why? Because all these conditions have now not been met. What are they? Well, ours communicate approximately it. Then we were given to speak approximately the month-to-month closes, and the way this all ties right into a most magnificent season right across the nook. You geared up. But again, guys, this isn't financial recommendation. Just do not forget that, due to the fact anything can manifest in crypto. All right, so that is the Bitcoin versus NASDAQ chart. And so this chart represents that. Bitcoin has manifestly been outperforming the NASDAQ proper, as we will see proper here. And if we invert it, guys, glaringly the NASDAQ is underperforming Bitcoin. But this is known as the top several instances on Bitcoin and altcoins. Why do we know this, or how? Check this out. There is a fashion line. It has been shaped considering that quit of 2017, proper, the cycle that I got into crypto men, touch point primary, and 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 3, the fourth one is incoming men. So test this out. So we visit the existing, right? And let's examine. So we take from this degree where we are at proper now to the resistance line. It's about a 25 or 24% pump for Bitcoin proper now. And it's if the NASDAQ would not move higher. So if the NASDAQ stays placed race right now, men turns into stable even as Bitcoin pumps. So permits, take a look at this out. 24% takes Bitcoin to about, let's examine right here, 120,000. Okay, 120,000. So that there's confluence. So there's factor number one, men. Number two, what's charming approximately this factor is proper right here, men, right? This confluence factor is that if we take a fascia line, guys, there may be more than one touch factors here as well, right? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 right here. So wide variety 3, we are going to take a trend line. Right, so there are a couple of on-confluence points, but then it gets even extra bizarre because no one else will name this, guys, besides us proper. So that is the USDT.dominance chart. This is a hilarious shark eyes proper. So that is how I recognize in all likelihood on we are going to be now. Not right now. I don't assume it is proper now, guys. So I'm now not promoting anything right now. There's no point, right? That is a funny tool. But what is captivating about that $120,000 above charge point for Bitcoin is this chart. Because how ought to this be a coincidence? This is the USDT.dominant chart, man. And I do consider this may preserve falling. I desire to say, I know there may be a whole lot of strains, guys. I simply do not want to clean this chart up due to the fact that it's from a long time in the past. This is what I notion would take place. So what I suppose will happen now to this chart is that so we will come down like this, men, touch this aid line, touch the guideline, bounce again up probable. I do not know how excessive, which could mean Bitcoin dumps, guys, and I go into reverse again, right? But preserve on before we communicate about that. Check this out. So if we go to this support line, it is no longer any ordinary line, guys, right? The reason method, due to the fact, have a look at this resistance and then it like flip it into guide right here, guys, proper now. If we come down, which could more likely than no longer be helped next time we contact it. Is it now not? Wait a minute, this is diabolical due to the fact. Okay, so BlackRock offered Ethereum ETF inflows, 250 plus men, $250 million really worth of ETH. This is diabolical. So why are they shopping for Ethereum? Let's not be foolish. When they sold Bitcoin, it doubled in fee, okay? Actually greater than doubled and shortly will triple from their access point. Ethereum has little liquidity. This 250 million pumped it. How plenty? 30%, right? Well, I don't know, but it's been Ethereum has been pumping earlier than BlackRock even bought, right? So a person becomes seeking to a person already knew it in advance and that they bought ETH, guys, absolutely. We referred to as the bottom on ETH 2 at 3,000, it became $3. 0.90, I assume, around that rate. So we knew, men, that it was going to show up proper, that is the cycle. So while Ethereum pumps, all season receives prompted. And again, we are to that phase of the stop, not yet. Even though, right, we nevertheless want the USDT dominant chart to move. A decrease around those levels, and then this NASDAQ, I'm pretty positive this chart will name it, guys. I'm pretty sure this chart will name it, right? But again, while Bitcoin tops out proper. So while Bitcoin goes like this, when it stabilizes, after which all season is going like this, guys, it is the pinnacle, right? Here's the pinnacle, that's what I'm questioning. So that takes us to around cease of quit of December, perhaps, right? Maybe January timeframe, so we will see. We're going to see what happens, however, once more before the top virtually happens for the complete sphere. Nicely, all season will take place due to the inflows, which might be going into Ethereum heavily. Net inflows, same $335 million, guys. Highest internet inflow day in view, that inception. Will you observe that, right? Will you observe that? So a whole lot cash just were poured into Ethereum for some extraordinary motive, right? That became for best in afternoon. The weekly influx became 500 million greenbacks. You don't say, what did I say, guys? We literally referred to as it. That way all season is proper around the corner, right? The Ethereum breakout is taking place now. Ridiculous proper. We known as ETH right here, men, right there, before this pump even happened. So Again, the goal in this is probably new ultim has right, or they're already at least a minimum preceding ultim excessive men, but it's going to go higher because of the fumble, right? So there is an assessment with Ethereum and XRP that's quite charming, because a 3R compression triangle frequently ends in a huge breakout, just like we saw with XRP and its 3-time surge once Ethereum breaks $4,000. Assume something much like her to happen with, right? So that is greater piece chart men on the weekly, okay, triangle squeeze, and then blast off. Okay, now with ETH something similar, right? With Ethereum something similar is happening, men. It'll blast off proper. It's like a continuation Bush continuation pattern. The goal is 10,000. If it does what XRP did, it is 10,000 men for ETH. That's madness proper. That's all season for you. So whilst Bitcoin is going to 100,000 plus and ETH receives prompted to move rally as well, and we see these kinds of charts men proper, all those confluence factors, Bitcoin is all of the way up right here. Bitcoin dominance or USCT dominance is all of the way down at these degrees. That's possibly a short-term pinnacle, men, right? Before something bad happens to bring crypto fees go into reverse. But then once the cash printers start exponentially walking at full blast, we're going to pass better proper. That's what I'm wondering, men. Now, ETH on its path to 4K. That's like literally the final resistance factor proper remaining point purpose earlier than clear skies ahead. Now it's most effective for ETH Lusark about all cash, all coins, usually next month. The actual laugh of all season starts off evolved. So do something you want to do with this fact. So check this out. Oh, we are like a domestic, my lord, as we are now at 69, right, for the effort. The all-season indicator is all of its season yet. About to be. We're best like 6 factors away, men. Right, examine this space. So close to all season, whilst that goes above, it really is it, right? It really is it. And look how rapid all season takes place, right? This small spike lasted for weeks, I assume, or as soon as or 2 months, men. Right, so again, we are nearing the end of the cycle. No, no longer cycle. No, no. Not cycle. I do not agree with it's a cycle. I think it is like we pump like this, come back off, go up. Right? We're getting into this phase now. Right? Before this is a recession. Okay, so things are looking loopy, men. I'm getting exquisite excited due to the fact this section, men, cash past 10x, 100x, 1000x, depending on how loopy the coin is. Right? So I'm getting extraordinarily excited. Now Bitcoin will go better. And all cash are simply getting started as nicely proper. The reason being is due to the fact while Bitcoin went above its previous all-time high, 1, 2, 3, what occurred? 3 weeks later, all season were given induced. We are at 3 weeks factor in time proper now because of this all season is set to, if not has already been induced. So you men ready? Altcoins, something big is going on in the meantime. The RSI for all coins versus total 3 month-to-month charts crosses above 70. Whenever that befell, we notice weeks of up best. I assume human beings are not bullish enough weeks. Do not we see we are close to the give up no longer, but which? Approach XRP have to go to $10 quite fast within the month of December, right? Again, we're about to make so much money, guys. It's going to be like we're the Fed when the RSF for the altcoins, this is apart from Bitcoin and ETH men, went above this resistance point, right? And holds that assist.